liquidity. So tonight we are going to be talking about liquidity. Now, let's start with the question, what is liquidity? And you all know that there's no way I'm going to be teaching on liquidity that I'm not going to ask this question. So question is, in your own simple way, what do you call liquidity? And you know the way my call used to go, guys. You know that I need feedbacks from you so that I know that people are following me, and you know it kind of encouraged me to really just do these things. So what is liquidity in your own words? Alright, so one person is, we are 33 on the call, please. I feel people can do more. Alright, Mr. Grant said the factor that pushes the market. Yes, the factor that pushes the market. Any other person? Please, guys, you are 35 on the call. I really like, yes, liquidity is where people place their SL. Where people place their SL. So I take SL as stop loss. Okay. Well, liquidity to me is money. Yes, liquidity is money. All right. Liquidity is money. All right. Places in the market, price will come and take out later. Places in the market, price will come and take out later. Yes, yeah, correct. You're still correct. Well, that drives the market. Okay. Liquidity is the major driver of the market. Liquidity simply means money. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. Enough response on that. Thank you. Yeah, you are correct though, but maybe I'm not really so satisfied. Which brings me to my next question. Now, because I said liquidity, thank God I'm recording this call and it's going to be on YouTube. I want to do those kinds of video whereby you watch and you really know what you are. Well, people understand what we are doing and what we are saying. Now, when you say liquidity is all of these things, question is, how do you then identify liquidity? So I'm asking the question and people can start answering that one now. How do you identify liquidity in the market? So how do you identify liquidity? Liquidity is money. Yes. Liquidity is where you place yourself. Yes. Liquidity is where this is. Yes. You are right. Now, to you, how do you identify liquidity? Okay, someone said double tops and bottoms. Okay. Equal highs and lows. Okay. Correct. 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 Previous lows and high. Equal highs and lows. Correct. Yes. Yes. Many weeks, not at specific structural points. Okay. You see, the idea to me is very simple. You see, we'll be shooting ourselves in the leg if we say liquidity is money, right? And then we then go on to say, how do we identify liquidity? We then see liquidity is double tops, double bottom, equal highs, equal lows. And now, if you call liquidity all of that, now all of this large candle, what do we then call it? Is it not money? I don't know if you get the context of what I'm trying to say. Like, if you say liquidity is like the wicks, if you say it is like the double tops, if you say it's like the double bottoms, if you say that is what liquidity is, and that liquidity is money, liquidity is where SLs are, liquidity is all of those things. Now, the bodies of candles, what do we call them? Do we call them, I think liquidity as well? Bodies of candles, are they liquidity as well? So if you say bodies of candles are liquidity as well, then Liquidity is money, yes. So how do you then identify liquidity? Then we have to then get back to the first question, what is liquidity? Does that make sense? Do you understand what I'm trying to drive at? So who is going to answer my question now? Who wants to really talk to me about liquidity? Because I don't know, you guys have heard this when we say these things. Well, not me alone. That if you don't know liquidity, then you are liquidity. You get that kind of a thing. So yes, now I'm liking this kind of answer. Liquidity is the market. I'm liking that kind of answer. What is liquidity? Because if liquidity is the money, right, that means every time money is being injected into the market is equivalently means that what liquidity is being injected into the market. So both the wicks, both the bodies, both the candles, everything is money. Everything is liquidity. The market is equals to liquidity. Liquidity is equals to the market. I like that answer. What else is liquidity? Who else is answering? Liquidity equals stop loss. Now, with everything I said, will anybody agree with me that liquidity is stop loss? Because if you say liquidity is stop loss, it equivalently still means that liquidity is take profit. Because you heard when smart money are saying that your stop loss is my take profit, isn't it? So is liquidity really stop loss or is liquidity really take profit? Liquidity is what the market seeks for. Does the market seeks for liquidity? Because if we say the market is liquidity and liquidity is the market, then does the market seek for liquidity? Because if money is being injected into the market, it then means money is being injected to the market, right? Then is the money is the market or is liquidity what the market seeks for? I don't know if you guys are getting the context of what I'm trying to say. Yes. I know you people are waiting for me to do something like mark this thing as liquidity, mark this is liquidity, mark this as. Now, you know, I told you guys, it's a free call, no problem. But I'm here to share my heart with you guys. So that it's not as if maybe this guy knows something or these people know something they are not. It's just critical thinking. It's just really critical thinking. It's just critical thinking. Yes, I like this answer. Price is liquidity. Two answers now that I like. And I like the third one by Mr. Charles that liquidity is what engineers every other then. Hence, it is stop loss, take profit, limit, and stop loss. Yes, I like that. I like that. I really like that. Liquidity are the imbalance face in the market. Market money equal market equal price equal. Well, I'm not so satisfied with this answer. The first one that liquidities are the imbalance face of the market. I'm not really so satisfied with it. Not saying necessarily that you are not correct. You are actually correct. So we can say it needed to be filled, liquidity needed, still the same thing. It's still the same thing. I want to pick it that this person is just entering the call because liquidity is the totality of how markets move, yes, but I think we can tweak that English a little bit. We can say liquidity is the totality of the market. We don't really need to put the word moves. So, for instance, you've heard the word that they say something like about how many trillions of dollars are traded in the market every day. That means how many trillions of dollars, how many trillions of liquidity is being injected, or, okay, no. What is the volume of liquidity that is being injected into the market every day? Do you get? Yeah, 7 trillion. Thank you. Yeah, so let's say, so 7 trillion of money is injected into the market every day. So that means we have the volume of 7 trillion liquidity is injected into the market every day. Do you understand? That we can then conclude that if you don't know liquidity, then you are the liquidity. So now you know the general concept of liquidity. Do you get? Do you get me? So this is regardless of if you are trading smart money concepts, if you are trading ICT, if you are trading retail, if you are trading pattern, if you are trading wave theory. It's regardless. Regardless. Liquidity is everything in the market. Everything in the market. You see, let me show you something. For smart money concept traders, right? I know. So that because people are like, what is this guy saying? Is this guy really? Let's use this. Give me this call. Now, if you have been with me so much, you watch the video of the open, high, low, close, right? And I explained to you that every candle has an open, it has a low, it has a close. It has those four stuffs, right? Yes. Now, have you tried one day to study every single candle that is being printed in the market? Every single candle being printed in the market. Now, look at these two candles, 1 and 2, right? Look at these two candles. It then means that this candle closed bearish. This candle closed bearish, right? There's something I'm really working on this candle closure that you'll be tremendously blessed if you can really catch it. Now, look at this now. If every candle is going to be having an open, high, low, close, it then means that every candle, right, is going to have some kind of distribution and accumulation. Now, in this case, this candle is closing bearish. That means this candle is going to be having what? Distribution, right? And like I just said, that everything in the market is liquidity. It then means that the high of this candle is liquidity. The low of this candle is liquidity. Now, in this general concept now, the idea is which part of liquidity am I to identify? Meaning, which part of liquidity is market seeking to go towards? In this condition now, market is trying to close bearish. Market close bearish, that means market is going to continue bearish, right? Now, the principle of order flow. I'm saying so many things now, and I'm trying to gather my thoughts together. The principles of order flow is that when price is bullish, right? Order flow means that price is going to be seeking liquidity to the upside. You understand? Because of order flow, market is going to be going upwards, seeking liquidity to the upside. And when price is bearish, right, market is going to be seeking liquidity to where? The downside, right? Now, take that same condition to two candles now. When market is bearish, now this candle is bearish, meaning market is seeking liquidity to where? The downside. It then means that the close of this candle is going to be liquidity point. I think my network is hang a bit there. Can everybody hear me? My network hang a bit there.
Yes, we can.
All right. Now, if market is seeking liquidity to the downside, it then means that this is going to be the target, right? This low is the target. What just happened? So let's put this as target. Now, this candle, let's investigate what happened here. Where is the beginning of that candle? So the candle closed here. The candle closed here, right? And then market went up. Let's say, was that really where the candle closed? I want to be correct on what I'm doing now, because I'm trying to show you something, not necessarily something heavy. Where's targets? Guys, just be patient, all right? Just be patient. You get what I'm trying to do this night. I'm coming. Let's do it like this. Let's do it systematically. I hope you guys are not in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. Now, first is, this is the candle that closed. We don't have this information here. And we know market is seeking liquidity to the downside. It then means that this is our range. This whole candle is our range. This whole candle is our range. All right. And then we are waiting for price to come into some kind of discount. Right. In this case, market really didn't hit that discounted level. All right. But did market give us any solid redistribution? I think this was that place there. Yes, market did. So markets seek for certain kinds of liquidity to the upside here, and then give a distribution, came down, came up a bit, and then I'm trying to look for how I want to explain this thing. It's in my head somehow. Maybe I should draw so that I don't confuse you. Maybe I should draw. But I want to show you with candle closure. Okay. Let's put this. So this is the candle closed, right? Now, the next candle that now opened now started going up, because you know markets must reach that distribution all in one candle, all in just one candle. You will get what I'm trying to do now. Now, all of this now started coming in that counter trend on a lower time frame, right? And immediately market got to that discount or premium, right? Market shifted. You know this. And then gave you that retest and then went to that your target. Now, every single candle with the concept of that open high low close have this what's it called now? These characteristics of this future. Every single candle. In fact, this candle works better on synthetic indices. I've been checking it out for over 2 weeks now. What am I trying to say in essence? The first thing is, how do I know when a day is going to be bearish or when a day is going to be bullish? All I need is a candle closure. Don't worry, we are getting to liquidity. You understand what I mean by liquidity today? You understand? Just wait for it. All I need is a candle closure. Now, have you noticed that if you look at all of these candles on the daily time frame, every single candle that closed bullish at an high, or every single candle that closed bearish at a low, the next day, more often than not, the next day, market tends to continue in that bullish direction. Should I give you an example? Look at everything that happened here. Look at everything that happened here, starting from here. Market closed above this high. The next day, market was what? Bullish. When the candle closed that day, right? When market closed above this high, the next day, price was what? Bullish. Price closed above this high. The next day, price was what? Bullish. Price closed above this high. The next day, price was what? Bullish. Price closed above this high. Follow it though. The next day, price was what? Bullish. Price closed above this high. The next day, market was what? Bullish. Now look at this. The next day, the price closed above this high. The price closed above that high. It did not. It did not. So that's the first sign that it's as if these guys, sellers or buyers, are already getting tired. Let's call it like that. Buyers are already getting what? Kind of tired. So for like how many days? 1, 2, 3 days. Market was really not giving a whole lot of thing. It was what? Indecisive. It was going up and not closing above any candle's high. And then the next day, look at this. Price closed below this low. Right? What happened the next day? Price was what? Bearish. Now look at this day. Price closed below this low. Price became, look at this day. This day, not so insignificant. The next day, look at what happened. The next day, look at what happened. Now, this day, this is where we should now investigate now. Which is where you know that price is already kind of trying to seek for liquidity to continue pushing the market. They need money now. Now, look at this. If they were going to continue bullish, what is price meant to do? Price is meant to close above where? This high. Sure? Did this candle close above? No. Now, the next day, price was meant to close above this high, isn't it? Did it close above? No. Although there was weak to the upside. Now, this is already telling you that these guys are trying to seek for what? Liquidity. And then, after they found enough liquidity to push the market to the downside, what did the next candle do? Price closed below this low. That means the next day, price is what? Seeking for what? Price is continuing bearish. The next day, the price closed below that low. Now look at what happened a couple of days later. We now started having that sideways market. Meaning what? They are trying to seek another kind of what? Liquidity, which then caused this level of liquidity that they pull here before they continued. Now, question, with everything I've been saying now, what do you think today being Monday now, right, is the market closed below this low now, right? Meaning this candle is what? Now that price closed below here, what do you think is going to happen to this low today?
It will be taken out.
Meaning today we should be expecting what? Should we be expecting to be bullish today or bearish?
Bearish.
Sorry, hold on. So, do you get what I'm trying to say? Which means if market is trying to be, if you already know, that means today you already know that its price is going to be bullish or bearish. The first thing is you already know that price is going to be bullish and bearish, right? It then means that you'll be looking for a very good discount place to what? To sell from. Sorry. So you are looking at from this place, there's an imbalance somewhere here, isn't it? Let me delete all of this now. We already have this as please. Someone's mic is on. Can the person mute the mic, please?
Mr. Oji.
Okay, I've muted the person from my hand here. Thank you. So that means I'm trying to look for a discount array, right? So I can now go to my 4 hours. Now, on the 4 hour, all of those candles, this is it. On the 4 hours, then we elongate this to the downside. So that means if at all I want to buy, or if at all I want to sell, I need price to what? Now, I'm not saying this is going to be 100%. This is you being a very detailed trader, meaning you know exactly what you are trying to look for in the market. So you are looking for price to come into this discount or premium array. Now, at this premium array, you are now looking for your what? Your order block, your breaker block, your imbalance. You are looking for one of those things. Now, the first thing you can spot here is what? What can you spot? Can you spot this breaker block here? So meaning that's the first place you are trying to wait for price to give you that. Now, above that breaker block, do you have a liquidity point there? Remember I said every candle high, low, and close is what? Liquidity point. That means you are looking at price might most likely sweep this high. Now let's go to the 1 hour. Let's look for something. Now at that place, did you see that imbalance there? On the 1 hour. Now let's make this chart a little bit clean. So I most likely don't even need this anymore. So for today, what am I waiting for? This is Monday, even if I'm going to be trading on Monday or for the rest of the week. I want price to come into somewhere discount here. Am I making sense? Sorry, let me check if someone is on the call. All right. I'm not sure the person is on the call. Did you understand everything I just said right now? That makes sense or that all blob?
It makes sense, sir.
That makes sense, sir.
Now, the second thing I want to teach you, trust me, the things I'm teaching you are things I learned with real money, not my money. Oh, oh God. Well, I know a lot of people don't appreciate knowledge. The second thing I want to teach you is liquidity run and liquidity sweep. Who can tell me the difference between the two? If I ask you what is the difference between liquidity run and liquidity sweep, what will you tell me? Do you think I'm speaking English or do you think I actually mean a point? What is your definition of the two? Dami, you are not allowed to talk because I think he's the only one that's thought this idea.
Actually thought
What?
the same.
Okay, someone said he actually thought they are the same. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Let's see. He said, I think you're speaking English. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Liquidity sweep is when SL is taking a market reverse in the opposite direction. Aya. Okay. While liquidity run is when SL is taken and price continues in the same direction. This person has copied my notes. Yes, sir. So what else? What's liquidity run? Is it right or wrong? Okay, right. Now, let's put it like this. Let me bring out another Euro USD chart. Euro USD Forex.com. Let's use this chart. And let's see if we have any. Okay, so we don't have any drawing here. Now, how many of you remembered on Friday? Was it Friday or Thursday? Thursday before CPI. Yes. What I just explained helps to get daily buyers. Now, how many of you remembered on Friday when I posted a chart and I was like, are we going to continue bullish or are we going to continue bearish and all of those good stuff? I'm pretty sure a lot of you remember. And as at that point in time, we didn't have this very candle. And the only thing I marked out was this candle's high, remember? And this candle's low. And remember what I just said now, that every candle high and close is what? A liquidity point in the market. Now, that very day, this was what was in my mind. If, like what you said, it's very correct to write it in your notes. If we are going to have a liquidity run, right? If we are going to be having a liquidity run, right? I want to see markets sweep this high and then fill this imbalance and continue. That means my liquidity target, the next target will either be this high or this high. That's if we are going to be having a liquidity run. Remember, he's running. He's going. When you are running, you are going forward. You understand that concept? I just read the message and I got distracted. All right. Okay, so that's a liquidity run. So I'm expecting that if they sweep this high, I want them to continue to the upside. But if I'm going to, like you said, liquidity run is what? When price take a liquidity point and continues in that direction. Meaning if liquidity is taken at a bullish point, then I want to see price continue bullish. If price takes a bearish liquidity, then I want to see price continue bearish. Do you get? While liquidity sweep means I want to see price take a liquidity and reverse in the opposite direction, but not reverse at any other point, but reversing at a crucial PDRA point, meaning maybe at an imbalance or an order block or a breaker block or any of those things. Now, in this condition, with everything I just said, did we have a liquidity run at CPI or a liquidity sweep at CPI?
Liquidity sweep.
Thank you. We had a liquidity sweep, which means what? If there is a liquidity sweep, market is going to take the opposing what? Liquidity, which then means that in this market, price is coming for this red line here, whether you like it or not. Now, look at what happened. We had this imbalance here, pre-CPI. I remember last week when I was teaching on news that I told you the days you should trade and the days you should not trade. If you traded on Tuesday or Wednesday, I'm pretty sure you saw what happened. That only Monday, Thursday, and Friday was a very good day for trading. You saw it. But that's not my point today. Now, at CPI, look at what happened. We had this imbalance here. Now, from what I explained previously, at that imbalance, you are looking for what? You are looking for something inside. On the daily time frame, let me mark out visibility on this. Days and hours, all right? On the daily time frame, what did we have at that daily time frame? What can you see there? Answer me. Someone talk to me.
Breaker block.
Breaker block. Order block. Thank you. Supporting client do closure. Thank you. I like the fact that this person is paying attention. Now, at that place, we had this breaker block above that previous week's high. Market tapped into it, and look at that rejection.
Please, sir, what is supported candle closure?
I didn't hear that. Can you type it so that I can get the question? I think I get questions more when you type, please. Because at the end of when we finish this, we'll now start bringing everything together so that it can make a whole lot of general sense. Maybe you came late to the call. You can go over the recording. I can't go back. It's going to take a whole lot of it's recorded. Don't worry, Mr. Deboale is recorded. You can't. Going back is going to be a lot of stress for me. It's going to be a lot of stress for me. How would you have keyed into these trades? No problem. Don't rush now. Don't rush. Calm down. Calm down. So, on the daily time frame, what did we have in that imbalance? We had what? What's it called? Breakup. Let's call it order block for now. Let's call it order block. I prefer order block. Now, above that order block, look at this. Market already swept this liquidity and tapped into this imbalance. So you should know that this breaker block is most likely going to hold. You get. Now let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see what was inside that place on the 4 hours. Why is that not showing? I thought I annotated it to show on the 4 hours as well. Okay. On the 4 hour now. What can you identify on the 4 hour now? Thank God. It's not like, you know, that I don't used to do hindsight. Is everything market is showing us that we are looking at together. Do you see this high? Market didn't tap that high. Other broker, I'm sure on the broker I'm trading, market swept this high. Market swept this high and tapped into this imbalance. Now, the person I was now asking, how do we then get into this trade? Did you see on the 3 minutes at that time and price what happened there? Let me show you. After market tapped into that order block, swept all of those highs. What did you get immediately? Market did what? Distributed.
Wow.
After distributing, see your entry. See your stop loss. Target your what? 1 to 3. Let's say initial lows. That was already 1 to 3.7. But your main stop loss, your main take profit is what? Based on liquidity sweep and run. You know that market is aiming for what? The next liquidity point. Isn't it? So this is your actual take profit. This was why I knew that Friday, the news that was going to be coming on Friday was going to be bearish. Market, it will push price bearish, but it's going to seek liquidity, meaning there is a time you should trade. Did you see what happened before that time? Did you see how market swept liquidity before that time? That all the early buyers before the news, look at how price took all of them out. You can delete this now. When that news came out, people that were buying this break of structure, they had their limits here. Did you see what news did to all of them there? All right, so now market is going to do what? Continue to this low. And if this market is going to continue bearish, that means all of this low will be swept. Did that even make sense? Now let's put everything together. Let's see if it respected candle closure. Let's see what happened that day. Okay, sorry, daily time frame now. Daily time frame, market sought liquidity. Look at this candle now. This candle closed where? Below. This candle closed below this low here. So did that make sense? Let me show you another example of a trade I saw. I was a part of. NASDAQ. Now, this liquidity sweep and run works on every single time frame. Every single time frame. There's just no time. I'll have shown you everything. It works on every single time frame. Look at what happened here. Look at this place here. I'm pretty sure you see the chart is there. My before and after is there. Oh, you guys, even if you think I'm lying. Look at this. What happened here? Was this a liquidity sweep or a liquidity run? This was a liquidity sweep. When price swept this liquidity, it then means they are going to do what? Target what? Opposing liquidity, Abi. They targeted this what? Liquidity. Isn't it? Because that was the opposing liquidity. That was the opposite side of the liquidity. And you can see how there was a beautiful distribution here. You can see your entry and everything. Your stops above that high. You can see all of that. Now, when price swept this low, question, was it a liquidity sweep or a liquidity run?
The run.
A run on liquidity. Now there is a run on liquidity, it then means that market was going to what? Continue bearish. How now? What I now want to explain is how can you be a part of liquidity run? When you have a liquidity run, you are going to be seeing an imbalance that is close to it. That imbalance is what markets will most likely target. In this case, we had two imbalance and markets will never move. I think it was when I was with Dami, ZNT, that I was teaching them about liquidity. When market wants to move, market makes sure it takes liquidity before moving to the opposite direction. Right? Now look at this. Market swept this liquidity here. Meaning what? Look at how these two concepts played out. They ran liquidity, came here, swept liquidity, and then continued. If you look at local time frame, you see how you can be a part of this. Now, it then means that this place, if it is going to be a liquidity run or a liquidity sweep, you then know what to do. Is market going to continue bearish? It then means you are waiting for it. Because with the concept of, oh my God, I wish someone is already putting all of this together. With the concept of candle closure, it means that if it is going to be a liquidity sweep, you don't want the body of the candle to be closing below the wicks. If it is going to be a liquidity run, you want the bodies of the candle closing below it. Look at this. Did the body of this candle close above this high? No. Look at this. Did the body of this candle close below this low? Yes. how to identify liquidity sweep and liquidity run with candle closures. You see that all of those things you learned in baby pips was not a waste. All of those candle closures and everything was not a waste. All of those things I taught you during open high low close of the candle was not a waste. Look at this. This was a liquidity sweep. Did the body of the candle close above this week? No. Look at this place. Is this thing going to be a liquidity run or a liquidity sweep? Now, because the body of this candle closed below, it means it is a what? Liquidity run. Meaning price is going to continue what? Bearish. This is a what? Liquidity run or a liquidity sweep? Liquidity sweep. Meaning price is going to continue bearish. This is a liquidity what? Run. The bodies of the candle close. Is it going to continue? Yes. This is a liquidity what? Run. Is the body of the candle going to be continuing? Is it going to continue bullish or bearish? It's going to be continuing bearish. Look at that. You see that it's not like we guess this market. You can know this market. Trust me. You can know this market with precisions. With actual precisions. I'm telling you the truth. When you see that I'm telling you that I'm spending hours back testing and all, you think I'm lying. In fact, I think I and Fox were talking some few days back, and I told him that I want to pay for a trading view, and I want to do a back test from January up to date with all of these things. You see, oh my God. You can say, well, everybody sees my heart. Meaning today, for today now, market closed below here. Market came into this imbalance here. I know market is going to continue bearish. Let's go back to our Euro USD. Let's use this thing now that I just said now. Excuse me. Let's use it to continue our liquidity sweep and liquidity run here. Now look at this. Market didn't close above. Look at this. This is so beautiful that even with this large range that market went up, market still didn't close above. The bodies of the candle did not close. Back test it. Bodies of the candle closed below here. That means I knew that it's going to continue. Now for this place, this is the first low I'm waiting for market to close below, or this low. Now, anything that happens below this low, I'm going to know if market is going to continue bearish or bullish by the closure. Some people are saying some things in the call. It's not a Lambo. What color do you want? Let me see if someone is on the call. I'm waiting so that everything can sync. It's not like I don't have more to share. I'm just waiting for everything to sync. I want you to wrap your head around it. Just be wrapping your head around it. All right? Just be wrapping your head around it. Let it sink. You see, I know you feel it. You see, when I started doing these things, when they share with me, right, I'm going to pause for I'm going to watch let's say 10 minutes, and then I'll take a walk for 1 hour. I all pray. Well, I'm a Christian though. I all pray. Let it just sink. Let it download because it's not pride though. It's not pride. It's not pride. I'm paying my due diligence. Don't think maybe because I am a mentor, if you are on my WhatsApp, you discover that One of the things I posted today was by Abioye when he was saying something about as a leader, you must continue increasing in capacity. Trust me, you must. You must. Should I continue? I have one more. I have one more. I have one more. Coach, you see that thing you said about you still don't believe say you still don't believe say I good. I mean talk am again. Okay, when I'm bouncing at the color, it's thinking in a different way. I swear. It's the laughter for me. That mean I'm my guy now. Question, sir. All right. Let me see if I can attend to this question. Question, sir. I then think it is best to stick to H4 for this and the least time frame to look for because liquidity sweep on it works on every time frame. Damn, you not tell them. Let me show you something me and Damn is found out on Monday. Let me show you something. Let me see if I still have the markup. Was it on Friday, Damn, or on Thursday? Yes. Was it on Friday or Thursday? Man, I wish I can remember. Eesh. Oh, please help me check, Damn. I think it's somewhere here. No, it's not here. It was on. Let me see if my chat with you was a link. If it is a link, I'll love it. It will be easier for me to show them. Thank God. It's a link. It's a link. Let me quickly show you. It's a link. Let me quickly load the link. How do I do this? Send message. All right. I'm coming on. I'm coming. Now, this is a 1 minute chat. Hold on, guys. Let me load the second one where there are details on it. All right, so that does not load. Now, this is a 1 minute chat. Trust me, this is a 1 minute chat. And this is London section. Now, based on the concepts of everything I've taught you so far on liquidity sweep, liquidity run, and candle closure, can you spot anything on this chart? 1 minute. Can you spot anything? Anything at all?
Coach Philip is not clear.
It's not clear? Is that the same for everybody?
I'm only seeing some candles. I'm not seeing the body of the.
I guess it will be your device because guys, are you guys having the same issues? Are you guys having the same issues?
Coach,
No,
mine
sir.
is clear, sir.
No, sir. It's very clear here.
All right. Candle closure above, henceforth, continuation upward. Thank you. Now let me show you. Do you see this? Now, put together the concept of what I taught you from just tonight to every single day. Look at this. Price, if it was a liquidity sweep, this body of this candle wouldn't have closed above. So you know it's a liquidity but run. Price is going to continue above. Price came down, swept that inducement, and then boom. This was it. Swept this inducement, came into this last down candle, which is the order block. And price continued. This was Friday. Yeah, Dami already told me it was Friday. Is it Friday? Okay, it was Thursday. So now let's go to Thursday. Let's see how many RRR we had on that Thursday. This Wednesday. This Thursday. So above somewhere here. Yeah, this was the chart here. This was pre-CPI. Before CPI. This was that chart here. You can see that it's 1 minute. So it's not as if you think maybe I was lying about that. Look at that. So London sets in, time and price closed above, liquidity run, Price came down and continued. What did you have? Price closed above, isn't it? Liquidity run or sweep? Run. That means price was going to continue bullish. Look at that. Now, question. Where I now want you to pay attention to is this place. Look at this on the 1 minute. The price close above this high. Was that a liquidity run or a liquidity sweep? Liquidity sweep. Immediately price swept that liquidity. Look at that sharp turn. And that was where. Now, all of these things I just did, it's just mastery of it. If you cannot do 1 minute, do 4 hours, quick one, I'll be out there used to say it. Don't stress yourself until people may say, I'm still trying to master it. Don't think maybe. Now, next thing. Let's now do candle. Let's now do the last one. Now, from that first thing I taught you about candle closure, now at each of your PO high, you want to be seeing how the bodies of the candle are closing at that PO high. Now, the example I have for this is what happened on Friday. Was it Friday or Wednesday now? Wednesday. Now, on Wednesday, on the 1 hour time frame, let's go to that 1 hour. Let me see if I can spot that thing. I sent it to a friend of mine. I'm coming. Let me look for it. Man. Yes, I think I found it already. Now, this place. Now, at that point in time, we didn't have all of this. Market already reacted to the downside here. I was looking to sell that particular day. And I had 2 PO high. My first PO high was this place here. I was waiting for price to come into this place. And I was also waiting for price to come into this place. Was that the 2 places I was waiting for price? I'm going. It's a whole lot hard when I'm trying to find all of these things. Okay, yeah, I think I remember now. Sorry about that. I remember now. This was the second place. Yes, I remember perfectly now. This was the second place, and this was the first place. Price was somewhere here. So I was looking at this first place in that London section. Because of what? Because of this other block here. So I was looking at it that, okay, either price comes into this imbalance or this other block and then start rejecting down. If price fails, probably maybe price wants to sweep this internal liquidity and then continue to the downside. That was the first thing. But I wasn't looking at that in isolation. The next thing was, because of the candle closure concept I just taught you, I want price to close out bearish. Now, at that first imbalance there, which was this place, and that other block, look at how that candle closed. That candle closed out bullish. Meaning, with the concept of my closure, that means the next candle is going to be what? Bullish. Until I can get a candle that is going to be a full volume candle. And you know what I mean by full volume candles? Not candles with a lot of large range wicks and all. Then I'll be convinced that price is willing to then go the opposite direction. So at this first imbalance here, because price didn't close like that, the way I wanted it, I knew that even any break of structure I get here on the lower time frame is fake. So price came here, induced all of those guys, and then continue bullish. And then at that second place, look at what price now did at that second place. Look at what price did at that second place. Did you notice all of the candle closure that all the candles, this first candle, I would have wanted it to close where? Below this week. It didn't close. Then the second candle. I would have wanted this candle, this other candle to close below this candle. It didn't close. I would have been wanting this candle to close below. This candle now closed below. This one closed below. Meaning I was waiting for a context in this candle here now. So let's study what happened in this candle. Remember, you are not just looking to scale in. You are still going to be looking for your what? Your lower time frame executions. You are looking for your candle close executions, right? So let's see let's say 3 minutes. I love 3 minutes. Oh no, don't let us even go to the 3 minutes. No. We don't need to go to the 3 minutes. This candle, what time did it print? Did it print in London or New York? It printed in Asia section. Was it in your trading time zone? No. I didn't make sense. I didn't make sense. You see, what I'm doing is I'm trying to remove a lot of, should I call them debris of aggressions towards the market. I'm not waiting for the market to tell its story and you are following the stories of the market. The only candle that closed with our candle closure was what? This candle. But this candle printed when? Out of our trading time frame. You see how everything is connected. Nothing is in isolation. Everything working together. So I'm journaling now and I'm saying this candle, although this candle closed below and is giving me my signature, but fails to fall in place with my concept of time and price. Therefore, I'm going to be sitting this one what? Out. The next candle came, same Asia section, closed above, none of your business. You see how you would have avoided this whole break of structure that happened here, because there was a break of structure that happened there on the 5 minutes. You see how you'd have avoided it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Man, my chat is now dirty and I can't identify the one I want and the one I don't want. Okay, so we don't need this one again and we don't need this one again. This is the one we need now, right? So let's go to that place on the 3 minutes. Okay, this is it here. You can see it here, right? Now, where is it? So the only concept, in fact, a lot of red pointers here. One is, you can see how it didn't even come into premium discount array if you were going to buy that. It was outside your time range. Yeah, it gave a 1 to 3, no problem. But instead, price was trying to engineer something. Now let's go to the next day. When that candle now closed, where are we? Now look at that. When that large volume candle came, closed above, meaning the next candle is going to be what? Bullish. You can see how this candle closed above. Not all in isolation, looking at it with a larger time frame. Now, the price closed above your liquidity sweep and run. It did not. The next candle you have was a full range candle. So Thursday, you might be waiting for context. Friday came, the body of that candle closed below here, meaning the next candle will be what? Bearish. Then price came into that imbalance and then continued. All with what? Price telling you and the candles telling you a story. Now let's do something. I wish I had paid for my trading view I wish I had prayed for my trading view stuff. I would have showed you, I would have removed some stuff. Now look at this. Let's say we're looking to buy here. We're looking to buy here. We already had our large range here. We identified all of these places as our potential area for reaccumulation. We identified this last down candle as our what? As our order block. We identified this place as some kind of liquidity that price is most likely going to come and sweep, right? Yes, we are waiting for that. And you can see how that this was respecting our liquidity sweep and run concept. Price only came there, didn't close below. You can see all of that. Now, how can we be a part of this? Meaning, you are waiting for that candle stuff now. Yeah, load. Let's try it load. Now look at that day. Now this is where we want to be. Now when price started distributing to the downside, price closed below this low here, right? Meaning price is going to what? Continue what? Bearish. All you are waiting for is an opposing PD array, an opposite direction of price closure, isn't it? Now this next low, that means this filter here, you don't need it. This is your noise. Because price had not sweat. No, I'm not doing this thing well. I know some people have already slept, but I'm enjoying myself.
We are enjoying together.
Gather deal.
Where's inducement now? Identify that place as inducement. I'm waiting for my liquidity run and sweep there on the 1 minute, so that I can filter out a whole lot of noise that I don't need, so I can get straight to the point. Now, look at this. Look at what happened here. So now, all of this, we don't need it anymore. This is our concern now. Immediately price swept that liquidity. The first candle was a full closure candle, right? Break of structure to the downside, meaning the next candle is going to close what? Bearish. Now, after this candle closed bearish, you need the next candle to what? Close what? Bearish as well. But instead of closing bearish, what happened? Closed bullish. First candle closed bullish, and after closing bullish, we had a what? Your closest PD array becomes what? Isn't it? Or am I wrong? And the rest, they call it what? History. I don't know how many percent that went. I don't really care. Let me go back to that 1 minute so I can delete that. I don't need it on my chart. I don't need that particular one on my chart. Okay, delete, and then delete. Did you learn 1 or 2 today? Now, from this now, what do you think price is trying to do? We had a full body candle closure here. Now, the next thing price is trying to close where? Below. So not necessarily trying to say now. I don't know when price is going to reverse. I've not really tried studying that. I don't think I need it, and I don't care about that. But then you are looking to enter. Where were you here on Thursday when there was a liquidity sweep? Where were you here on Friday when price came back into that imbalance and gave you that your stuff? So not trying to force the market today. I'm never going to do that. I don't even need this. All right, I think I'm tired now.
Hello, Boss Philip.
I'm with you, sir.
Sorry, I have a question.
All right.
Is that the confidence that gives you? Is it the idea that gives you the confidence to hold trades?
Yes. This thing, personally, after studying this thing,
This thing you've explained now.
Yes. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Just saying, like with this thing you've explained now, it's really showing a level of intelligence around the market. So it gives you confidence to know where market is going. No matter how it dance and dance and dance, you are at least to a reasonable extent sure that this is where the market is going.
Yes. Now, look at this. Yes, yes. I want to say that in reference to something. I wish I could show you my chart with Dami. I don't know. Dami, remember when we're talking about this particular trade? I said something. I said, I think price was somewhere around here as at that point in time. Let me see. I'm coming. I like it when I have evidence to show. Let me see if it was, if it were, oh, it's a picture. It's a picture. But let me
Coach, I
forward.
think you sent the link first.
Yeah, the link was for the after, but I'm going to send the before.
Now you alone, they enjoy this Edikaiko soup. Good though.
Now, this was the after of that trade. Now, the before, if you are active on the call, on the group, you'll see what I said to Dami there. I said, except market wants to do its thing, we know that we should head for sell side liquidity because it's a liquidity what? Sweep. Remember I said except market wants to do its thing.
Caveat.
You see, let me tell you something. I know when I do things like this, people used to think maybe it's because of the money I'm doing it, but you'll not see that it's from a generous heart that I want people to really know how to trade. Don't miss Benjamin Protocol. I've been saying this thing. I know what I'm saying. Don't miss. If you can, I know there are a lot of people that have paid for my mentorship. I have some of my students that Benjamin Protocol 1, I told them that, Oga, go and pay. I told them, keep the money and pay. Ask them. I can call names, but don't let me call their names. There are some people that they're in my master class right now, right? The master class that I'm holding for the 4 months. This is the last month now. Some of them are telling me that they want to be a part of Benjamin Protocol. And I'm saying, yes, I advise you, go for it. I know you paid for my mentorship, but maybe you should go and explore. So it's not maybe because you have paid for certain kinds of mentorship and I want you to pay for my own mentorship. I'm not this kind of a person that wants to say, you don't, what's my own? If I cash one Nasdaq trade now. And it's not like maybe Fort is going to give me a particular percentage when all the students registered before God. God is my witness. It's not like Fort said, Coach, help me around jingle on this thing. I'm just doing it from a heart of love and support. But because I know the kind of person Fort is, and I know what everybody stands to gain from Benjamin Protocol, don't miss it. I was showing this concept to, I think I and Fort, we just started, I was discussing this thing with Fort. That was it Thursday into Friday. And this very thing, Fort had already been working on it already. And as I just shared the whole stuff with him, he just expounded the whole, 20K. I'm not talking about come and register for my own mentorship now. And before the course started, I already said I even want to do a free video from basic to advanced, free of charge on YouTube for the next couple of months. You Pokemon know. But maybe I should start talking here. I think I've talked enough. I think I've spoken enough. Okay. All right. I think that should be all. I'm getting tired already, and I think I have
I have a
a busy
question, please.
day. Yeah, please. Question.
All right. Thank you for your time and the explanation. So I wanted to ask, the concept you just shared in this video, is there a previous video where you have started it, or this is the whole thing? Because I came in, I think, after the session has started. So I wanted to know if there's a
Oh,
background
this
to
is
it.
this is actually the first time I'm talking about this, but the call is recorded. Before I go to bed, I'm going to upload it to my YouTube page, so you could go over it on YouTube. All right? Trust me.
Okay, the link will be on this group, right?
Yeah, the link will be on this group. I'll do
Right.
that.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So I'll just put it as liquidity continued. We have done one liquidity before on internal and external liquidity. And when I say liquidity, people are like, what else does he have to teach on liquidity? Yeah. Any other question, please? So, any other question? Any other question? I mean, maybe we should leave it first. Let's finish the call. One thing at a time, please. Okay, I think there are questions in the chat. And let me check out your something. Started the video call. Another challenge. All right. There must be part two. This part two. So the synthetic obey this too. All right. I said I wanted to do that thing now. Let's go. I'm tired though, but tradingview.binary.com. So can we have a liquidity run and a liquidity sweep at the same time? No, it's either it is a run or it is a sweep. I don't think we can have it at the same time. It's either it's a run or it's a sweep. Mr. Deboale, I see you. When I'm done with the call, I'll try getting to you. All right. All right. Looking at this now. Let's start from here. Liquidity run or liquidity sweep? Liquidity sweep. Thank you. Meaning we are going to be targeting what? Opposing what? Liquidity. Give or take, price is coming where? Here.
Sir.
Okay, maybe this place is too far. Let's say that place is too far. Let's take this interim highs here. Liquidity run or liquidity sweep?
Boss Philip.
I'm with you.
Run.
Boss Philip.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm with you.
In considering liquidity run and liquidity sweep, in looking at the next run of liquidity, like where liquidity should take after a liquidity sweep, are we going to consider if we are actually taking an internal liquidity or an external liquidity?
Yeah, of course, we should be considering taking internal and external liquidity. If you can look at, if you see all of these things, you can see that they are all at external liquidities and internal liquidities. I'm trying to just put the concept of, I like the fact that you even asked that question. I'm trying to put the concept of when to know if we are going to be creating a new higher high or a new lower low, or when we are going to be continuing in that direction. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that made sense. I think it did. It actually did. Well, what I'm saying now, look at this place. Is this a liquidity run or a liquidity sweep?
Liquidity run.
Liquidity run.
Liquidity run, thank you. Now, are you going to take this as the lower low and take this place as a point of interest? You see the analogy where this was now a liquidity point that price now came back to create that new low. So you have this high, you have this low, and then I don't trade this synthetic, but like I said, I've been doing some studies on it in recent time. Let's clean this chart up. So price continued, meaning this guy is going to continue upwards. Now question, if you are going to take the next structural point, will you take this place? I don't think we even need to answer those kinds of questions. Yeah, everybody knows that already. Now, based on candle closures and all, after price swept this low, did the body of that candle close below? You can already see that you were already tussling down, right? Now, look at when price now came back, reacted, gave this internal break of structure, and came into this place. Look at what the bodies of the candle now started doing. See how this one closed below this one. This one didn't close below. Isn't it? Let me circle this place here. No, I don't like the way I circled that. Let me do it like this. Yeah, that makes sense. But before going into this, look at what price now did. The next candle now closed above here. Then continued. You see, let me even tell you this. When you start seeing candles like this, don't pay so much attention to it. When you see candle close like this, what's the name of that candle? For people that know candlestick patterns and all, candlestick's name. What's the name of this candle?
Doji.
Doji. What's the meaning of doji?
Decision candle.
Indecision. So it's indecisive. When they call a candle indecisive, why are you making a decision out of it? It's English. But let's do that. Don't mind me. Don't mind the way I said that. Let's go to this candle. Let's see if we had a perfect break of structure there. Remember I posted a boom 500 chart when I said just playing around. Remember? So market swept that low somewhere there, and then market reversed. And then all of the rest is history. So let's say this was a liquidity sweep on a lower, this was a liquidity run on a lower time frame. But in respect to higher time frame, it was a liquidity one. So Remember, higher time frame is always what? King. So respect higher time frame more than lower time frames. All right. I guess that is going to answer that question. Is there anything to even show again? You already know. There's one scalping method I even discovered, but I don't want to. If I teach people now, there are ways whereby traders can just get lazy with things and think, and that's why I feel I should just audit to myself. Because each candle, at the open of every candle, you have to have that your break of structure open idle close format. So you can easily just use it to target opposing liquidity as take profit and all. Inconsequential, Jerry. Never mind. So I was using this chart to answer a question if it works on lower time frame and all. So you see it work. If it works on synthetic. For you, I'm really tired. My throats are paining me already. I've been talking for over 1 hour 30 minutes now. And it's Forex. Assuming I was preaching, there will be anointing. It will help me. Did you see that on open chat? It looks like you see that Forex is connected. It looks like an inverse head and shoulder pattern. It's actually an head and shoulder pattern I'm teaching. Yes, yeah, very correct. All right, so guys, in the absence of question, I think my throat is paining me so much. Look at this candle now. This is a 1 hour time frame, right? Look at this candle. This candle closed what? Above, meaning price is going to be bullish. Price then came back into discount of that range and now it's continuing above. There's a scalping method there. Figure it out. So any other question, please? I need Fanta this night. I even have Monster energy drink here. I already took Monster. The only thing is this thing will not allow me to sleep. But yeah, makes sense. I'll read my IT work. That is a DM. All right, let me stop recording here. I've been recording for 1 hour 28 minutes.